So McKibbon moment can mean a lot of things to me. It can mean team members treating guests and fellow associates with genuine kindness and care during critical moments. It can also mean thinking outside the box during a critical time to turn something around and really make it special. It can also even mean a sales team that's working really hard to gain a financial impact on the hotel. So there's a moment that I think of that kind of brings all of this together that happened at one of our hotels not too long ago. It was a large destination wedding planned at the hotel that had been booked over a year ago with a bride that was very detail-oriented and had high expectations for her event. Well, during the week prior to the event, the staff had their staff meeting to go over the details. They worked with their sister hotel, which is right next door, on a lot of these events, so they met together with them. As they were going through the details of the wedding that was happening that Saturday at 4 p.m. in the afternoon on the beach, they realized the beach was double booked. The hotel next door, their sister property, had 150 fans from the Philadelphia Eagles fan club celebrating with a band, with drinking and dancing and partying like the whole 9 yards, only steps away from where this wedding ceremony was scheduled to take place. You can imagine the terror that ran through the sales department's mind when they heard this. So the following morning, the director of sales was planning to meet with the bride to go over the final details of her wedding. She wanted to really get to know personally the bride and groom to just get a feel for how they would react to what was going to be happening that weekend. This was a destination wedding, so they weren't locals, so this was the first time really meeting them in person. As they're talking through things, she found out that the bride and groom were huge football fans, especially of the Philadelphia Eagles, and that they had a fantasy football team they had created with numerous Philadelphia players in it. Great information. So after that meeting, the director of sales said nothing about the fans being next door, but went to meet with the fan coordinator to explain to him what was happening with the wedding and see if he could cooperate with them to keep things quiet just during the ceremony. He listened intently and said, "I will, for one thing. We want to photobomb their wedding just with one picture. Make that happen and we'll do whatever you need." So she went back to the bride and now explained to her what was happening with the Philadelphia Eagles fan club. She said, "Okay, I'll go along with one thing. I want to meet with the fan coordinator in private." So the director of sales arranged for the meeting. So Saturday comes. The wedding goes off without a hitch. The fans kept quiet and the bride and groom went through the ceremony. As they were announced husband and wife, the fan club coordinator yells out, "I hear you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan." And at that moment, 150 fans come storming into the ceremony onto the bridal party and the beach. They picked up the bride and started singing the Eagles fight song. The wedding turned out epic. They had a fantastic time and it was such a special moment they will never forget. So this really shows a McKibbon moment where the team paid together to really make something special, to turn something around that could have been a disaster with a little luck. And it also impacted the hotels financially because the bride and groom booked their 1-year anniversary for next year to bring all of their friends back together to stay at the hotel. So please join me in recognizing the Hampton Inn & Suites Clearwater Beach team, General Manager Greg Burns, and Director of Sales Julie Norberg, along with the sister property, Quality Beach Resort, General Manager Dennis Fortier and his team.